Hey, it's Joe, and this is my next project.
And here's what's next. Got our nice little side done. Right through here. Nice straight side. We need to continue that. Right under this hood. And the hood, as most parts on cars, is not straight. It's not straight under here, and it's not straight this way. Let me show you. See, this looks straight. However, when we lay it down like that, you can tell. Touches there, touches on the end. It's just a little bit not straight in the center. Not to worry at all. We're gonna fix all that. Another consideration right now is we're just mocking this car up. We're just kind of making this car look like a car where we can get to this kickoff video, which is coming down on us pretty quick. We have no radiator, but I've mocked up a radiator. That is as high, 22.5 inches high, 19.5 inches wide, as the radiator I plan on running, but I don't have it in my hand, so I don't know if that's the real height and width. We seem to have a lot of room. We got a radiator, got a fan shroud, plenty of room. We've got to have some springs, and we've got an airbag here, which I guess we leave it there. We're not really talking about airbags now, but I think what's going to happen, we're going to have 2 springs up front, then we're going to have 1 airbag. And this airbag is not meant to lift the car. The airbag is meant to lower the front end. So when you shoot the air to it, it's going to push the front end down on the ground, all the way to touching almost, I think. And then you let the air out of the bag, and it'll raise up to wherever you want it. Hopefully we'll have a couple of coilovers. Anyway, we're getting off subject. Our subject is to put this in. And as we've done here, in order to get this curve like we wanted, it really curves down here quite a bit. We have to cut this like this. This particular piece of C-purlin is, this was off a 12 inch. It's a little bit thicker. We cut it every 2 inches. But I think this is, ouch. I think it's straight for the first little while here. And then we're gonna have to cut it. And I'd like to cut it as least as we can, I'd like to cut it as few times as we can. But the fewer times you cut it, the more kinks it gets in it. More little elbows. And I don't want to show the elbows. So, also, another consideration is we really don't know where this fender's going to be this way. According to this post, because the post is not set, and according to the grill, because we've not really made the grill, but we're going to make that shortly. So what I've decided to do on this mock-up is I'm going to pull this thing forward just a little bit. I'm going to make this fit, and I'll make it fit this end. I'll make it fit the contour on the side, but I'm going to leave it a little long in here where I have the ability to chop it off and bring this hood back into the windshield. Remember, this windshield's going to be curved out in here, and pretty good. it's going to go down under the hood. Quite a bit, looks like. So let's get on with it. Okay, here's what we've got set up. Got our little piece of angle that we cut, and we've got the hood side. You can see how it needs to change. Let me do that better here. And this right behind here fits good, and it's almost straight. It fits good enough until right about here. Oh, there's the camera. And it starts coming out from under here up to the end. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to index the fender to the angle iron. That is, every time we put this up here and test it, we're going to line up this mark. Just a random mark, doesn't mean anything, but that's our lineup mark. Now, in a perfect world, I would just bend that, but I don't know how to bend. I don't know how to bend this in a manner without cutting it. So I'm going to start bending it right about here. There. Right about there. And I'm going to bend it. I'm going to cut it every 2 inches until we get up in here, and I think we'll be through with it. If not, we'll custom trim that. But anyway, right
I hope you enjoyed watching as much as we enjoyed making it. If you did, tell your friends and subscribe. It's important.